Today is my most favorite day of the year. It's Barrett Jackson auction, and I love budget cars, and we're gonna find out what we can get on a budget. Now I'm gonna dive right into it and tell you the tips and tricks of the trade here. If you come on day one early, there's not a lot of people. Now we're already on day two, so there's more people Friday than there was yesterday when I was here, so we're already kind of against the 8 ball. That doesn't mean we're not gonna score any great deals. Now we're not looking at Thunderbirds and we're not looking at El Caminos and Ferraris. We're looking for the fun stuff that we can buy, fix, flip, and sell quickly. Now let's go check out what's inside the auction. Then we're gonna do a walk around of the entire auction to see what's here. Let's get started. Craig, nice to meet you. Hey. I don't know if I'm gonna make money or lose money on my Ferrari, but I know I bought my Lamborghini right. This is a near similar car, a little bit newer. Mileage is the same. Lamborghini, Gallardo, Spider, almost identical. Mine's black. This is yellow, mine's all-wheel drive. This is two-wheel drive. I'm really curious to see what it's gonna sell for so I can gauge a value on my black Lamborghini, because if I lose on my Ferrari, at least I know I can win on my Lamborghini.
95 and a half. Sold for $92,000.
That's a cheap Gallardo. That's cheap.
Gator.
So we just left the staging lane and I want to check on my baby girl, which is going to be our next video. This is my 2002 Ferrari 360. I own this for $62,000. I'm hoping to get above 70. If I get 70, I'll break even. If I get 80, which is what it should be worth, I'll do really, really well. Tons of people all around it for the past 2 days. I'm really excited to see that car go through, but to be honest with you, I'm also terrified because everybody in America lost like 25% of their 401k this month, and I'm sure they're thinking twice about spending money on Ferraris, which makes me pretty nervous. This car's selling no reserve, so the highest bidder, whether it's 20, 30, 40, 50, or $100,000, is gonna be the one that takes that car home. I am so nervous over it. That'll be our next video. So everything under this tent has already run through. It ran through yesterday. Now I told you day one, get here early. Those are when you're going to get the best prices. Like everything under here, come check these out. This right here is a 1978 Mercury Grand Marquis with a 400 cubic inch V8. Sold for $8,200 yesterday, and it is in premium, like excellent, excellent condition. Straight as an arrow all the way down. The chrome isn't pitted. I assume these aren't the original pinstripes, but they're still in excellent shape, as well as the interior. That gray interior is not ripped or torn and barely even cracked. And we're right at the top of the budget with this one. This is a 1997 GMC Sierra 1500 pickup Z71, 5.7 liter V8 4x4. Sold for $9,500. Another incredibly clean Southern truck. I haven't seen trucks like these up where I'm from since 2007. Now, one of my favorites, and it's hard to judge what the price is going to be because it hasn't run through yet, is a 1995 Buick Roadmaster Estate Wagon with the wood side panels. Fun fact about this car, 5.7 liter V8, same engine that's in the Corvette of this year. Now it gets even better than that because when you follow me down here, you have my favorite part of the car, which is your rear-facing bench seat. This car, I have flicked many of people off as a child in the back seat of this bench right here. Now it also folds down flat, so you have a ton of storage. Man, this car brings me back. So these seats are plush, comfortable, and in perfect condition. The leather's excellent. Way more comfortable than a Corvette and not much slower than a Corvette is. Same engine, same drivetrain, same rear-wheel drive, but look at how comfortable these seats are right here. Now the center console folds up so you can fit a child in between the two adults, or you can have your old lady scooch right on over and put your arm around her so you can do some necking. 3 seats in the rear, 2 seats in the back for a total of 8 passengers in this Buick Roadmaster, and it drives like you're on a cloud. This is a perfect condition Buick Roadmaster with 43,000 miles. I want it. So in this garage is supposed to be an electric bicycle that I bought for myself so I can go back and forth to pick up my truck and trailer and drop cars off and commute with an electric bike. However, the bike is never in my garage. Why? Because this guy is always riding it. I've put maybe 10 miles on it. You're on it now.
100.
You put 100 miles on it, so there are 39 miles on it in my last video, so that's pretty much your mileage on this. Disc brakes, front, and rear. We have front suspension. We have the LED headlight right there. And you can actually see the battery pack goes right here. So this battery pack is removable. We can charge it on the bicycle or we can charge the battery pack by itself. It unlocks right here to release the battery pack so people can't just steal it from you. Now, as you can see, he's pedaling and it has pedal assist, so that thing flies. My e-bike turned into his e-bike. If you want one for yourself, I highly recommend Electric. There is a link in my description if you want to get one for yourself. Thanks, Electric. Check it out for yourself and get yourself an electric bike, thanks to Electric. The wagon is going through. I can't wait to see this. So you can see the morning they schedule the regular cars in. Like that's not a regular car, but the Mini Cooper, the truck, the Trans Am, regular cars that are much more budget friendly. Higher end, more expensive cars we'll go through later on today.
It's powered by the 5.7 liter V8 engine, paired with an automatic transmission featuring air conditioned, AM, FM radio, and vinyl interior.
Bidding started at $2,000 on that car. It's now at $10,000. Oh, $11,000, $12,000, $13,000, $14,000, $15,000 for a 40,000 mile Buick Roadmaster. $20,000. Just to bounce off another couple under $10,000 cars, we have a 2005 BMW 325i, $5,000. And that's it for under here. So close, but no cigar. 1979 Rolls-Royce Silver Shadow, sold for $14,000. All right, we hit the mark on this one. This is a 1988 Classic Roadster 302 Sebring MX Roadster. It's a replica, but it's really cool. Sold for $9,000. I just found the deal of the day, and this is why you get here early. This right here is a 1973 MG MGB convertible that sold for $2,500. That's absolutely one of the least expensive cars that sold here at this auction. If I saw this, I would be sitting in it right now. This is a 2001 Jaguar XKR convertible. The R makes it extra special. It's a convertible powered by a supercharged V8 engine paired with a 5-speed automatic transmission. It's finished in silver and it has black leather interior. This convertible, supercharged V8, sold for $5,000. So the MGB sold for $2,500, sold for $2,500. I thought that was the deal of the day. This 95 Mercedes-Benz S600, $2,500. I believe that, is this a V12? Let's see here. It comes with a 6-liter V12, yep, producing 389 horsepower, 4-speed automatic transmission. Not that impressive for a V12. We're getting 389 horsepower out of a giant 6-liter V12 and only a 4-speed transmission. There's a couple fun facts about this car though. If you come over here, typically these are double-plated glass in the X600. Is this your car? Oh, typically these are double-plated glass for sound deadening. It makes it a much nicer ride on the inside. You don't hear the road noise, but if these break, they're really, really expensive to replace. Leather interior, 4-speed automatic transmission, updated, in quotation marks, CD player. So in 1995, this would have been a very wealthy man's car, probably well over $100,000 30 years ago, and today it's sold in a clean condition for $2,500. I missed this, I missed the Jaguar, and I missed the MG. All of them together still would have kept me under a $10,000 mark. Starting bid in the 2002 Pontiac Firebird was $5,000. It's at $6,000 now. WS6 Trans Am, $9,000. Okay, they hit $10,000. $15,000 high bid. Now it's at $19,000. I want a 90s Bronco. 90s Broncos are still kind of affordable. You can find a clean one for 15 grand, but you can find people that want 40 and 45,000. This one did just sell. It's clean. It looks like it's been repainted. It's definitely been repainted. I don't love this version as much as the older ones because it's a half roof. So you have a roof over the driver and passenger seat, and these are removable. They're also a lot of work and really heavy to remove versus like 60s and 70s removable roof completely all the way to the windshield. Let's see what this one sold for. So this is a silver anniversary actually. Before we see what it sells for, look at how nice the interior of this car is. Take your guesses in the comments what this 1991 Ford Bronco is worth, because I'm going to tell you in 3, 2, 1. It's sold for $18,500. To me, that actually seems worth it. What do you think? 64 Chevy El Camino custom pickup, 10 grand right now, which is wild that that's all that car is going for. Check that out right there, $11,000 bid. I couldn't build that car for that price. Yeah, that's, she's a YouTuber. How'd you get that job? That's the job I want. Hoovy, hook me up. I want to do what you do. Follow me up here. It's not a $10,000 car, but it's something I'm really interested in right there. There is a company called Flat Out Autos. Shout out to you guys. You make the coolest Tahoes and Yukons. You shrink them down, make them 2 doors. The Blazers we want today, you guys make. This is also one of theirs, selling at no reserve. This is their Silverado. Check out how nice this car is. On the smoothie wheels, these are replica rally wheels on 22-inch rims. The car is mint, removable roof. I want one of these, and they're not that expensive yet, so we're gonna see what this goes for. So not only does this K5 Silverado Blazer look amazing, it also has a 6-liter LS swap, 20-inch front wheels, staggered 22s in the rear, plaid interior. What's really cool about this is the Silverados today is a truck. Silverado was a trim package back then, so you'd get the Blazer with a Silverado package. Kind of a fun fact about this car.
There's a 1958 Chevrolet Bel Air.
That is every penny for a reconstructed title Viper. Okay, now let's go find some $10,000 cars, please. We typically see Broncos fully restored at $150,000. This is an all-original Texas Bronco. It lived its entire life on a ranch. And the patina is original. The rust that you see is original, and this is the original seafoam green paint. It's really neat to see an original version versus like a full Resto-mod that's gonna be over $100,000. I couldn't even guess what this little go-kart with a lawnmower engine is gonna sell for. The T-Bird hit $8,000. $2,000 on an SL 500. This Mercedes is at $23,000 now. That's unbelievable to me. Well, I was off. That little Porsche is for $17,000, $19,000 now. It should be under 10 though, I think. I say the same line all the time. I'm a product of the 80s and 90s. And in the 90s, GMC made a Cyclone which had an unbelievably reliable V6 turbo, and the car was crazy fast. That truck is worth so much money now, and you used to see them all over the place. Now, not so much. This right here is just as exciting. This is a 2019 GMC Canyon Cyclone Edition. It has 455 horsepower, 424 foot-pounds of torque. It is rear-wheel drive, not all-wheel drive. Only has 1,715 miles. So if you follow it around right here, Cyclone on the door, Cyclone on the wheels. My favorite part is back here. Yeah, that's me. Dual exhaust Cyclone. Now it's actually created by SVE, Special Vehicle Engineering. They took the Canyon and created a Cyclone out of a factory Canyon, which is really, really neat that they tried to bring these back. And it looks like it came right from the factory. Again, yesterday was the day that more inexpensive cars sold than today. There's a lot nicer stuff running through today. Day one is the day to get some deals, and I'm gonna run right through a bunch of them. 2006 Dodge Magnum RT Wagon, RT V8, $3,200. I assume this was more than $10,000. Yes, 1993 Chevy pickup Indy pace car, $18,000. This should be under $10,000. This is a 2011 Range Rover Sport, $13,500. We have a limo. I am a sucker for limo. Even though this is a processionary limo, they don't face each other. It's bench, bench, bench. This limo sold for $4,000. Going to the Bentley, this is gonna be over 10, but it should be under 20. This is a 2007 Bentley Flying Spur, Flying Sport, meaning 4 doors, sold for $18,000. That's about what it's worth. We get to the 2000 Chevy Silverado that's clean, $9,000. You can see it has plastic bumpers, base wheels. This isn't a special edition cloth interior, but it's clean. One of the best Chevys ever built was around 2000, 2001. So you get a great 5.3 liter V8, excellent transmission. one of the most reliable Silverados personally that I think ever built. We have a 1990 Mercedes-Benz 560 SEL that sold for $3,000. I was a bidder on this yesterday. It sold for $34,000, which is actually a great price on the civilian H1. That is not a military Hummer. T-Birds are usually more expensive than $10,000, but this one sold for $8,000. Going to the Cadillac, I'm pretty sure that this sold for under 10. I'm wrong. 11. We have an 85 Ford F-150 that sold for 12.5. I have had this car. I paid $40 for it back in 2020. This one sold for $50K. This is probably the cheapest Ferrari here this week. 1999 Ferrari 456 GTA GT, A meaning automatic. Rear-wheel drive, front engine, V12. That is like your driver's Ferrari, not your race car. Beetle sold for $38,000, way over. $12,000 for a Monte Carlo. That's a 20-footer. If you know what 20-footer is, you know what I'm talking about. We have a 2004 Mercedes CLK 500 Cabriolet convertible, $6,700. That is a very reasonable price. $26K for a BMW. This Corvette, I bought mine for $11,500 at the Mecum auction. This one sold for $22,000. Great buy, 1994 Alfa Romeo Veloce Spider, $4,000. We get to the 2008 Mercedes S600. Now I showed you the S600 previously, the 1995. This is a 2008, sold for $10,000. Again, V12, giant, luxurious car, $10,000. And in 2008, it still has a lot for $10,000. And in 2008, it still has a lot of the modern technical, what's the word? Technology. I can't believe I couldn't think of that. Still has a lot of the modern technology that you want today, minus probably Bluetooth, and really, really clean and comfortable. $10,000, that seems like a steal to me. Clean F-150s. There is such a huge niche for clean F-150s, and this is one of them, and it's in a short bed. Typically they're long beds. Weird color, it's been repainted, including the bumper, including the wheels, but it's still a really clean, rust-free, short bed F-150. Does have a 4.9 liter 6-cylinder, does have a 5-speed manual transmission, so it's a base model. This truck, $2,500. Wildly inexpensive for what this is. Mercedes SL 500, $9,600. These Range Rovers, incredibly unreliable. You are gambling, but a 2016 Land Rover Evoque for $5,500? How do you say no to that? A cheap Land Rover is essentially an expensive Land Rover though, because the repair bills are going to be a heck of a lot more than the cost of this car eventually. Jeep Wrangler should be worth more than 10. It is $13K, $12K for a Mercedes. This might be one of the deals of the day. Although it's a 6-cylinder, it's a 2015 Chevy Camaro Coupe in a manual 6-speed transmission that sold for $5,000. New gen Camaro in a 6-speed for $5,000. I don't care if it is a 6-cylinder, it still has 300 horsepower. 1950 Ford Custom, $9,500. And then a 1954 F100 went over our mark at $14,000. Now, what do you think was the best deal outside in this lane? You guys tell me. Which car did I miss out on? Feels like a lot of them. This one just missed the mark at $10,500. This is a 1985 Chevy Corvette, 350 cubic inch, 5.7 liter L98 Z51 package. Really neat car, $10,500, so that doesn't meet our number, but I know of one that did right over there. I told you about the Corvette that I feel like was a little overpriced. This one, an absolute score. 85 Corvette, just like the other one. This one owner, 28,506 miles. Original, down to the original Goodyear Eagle tires. Now what's cool about this car is like iconic 80s silver, but it gets even better on the inside because it's like a metallic silver on the leather interior and it hasn't faded or dulled yet. All the electronics work on the dash, the radio works. Again, 28,000 original miles, sold for $7,000. To me, that just seems like an absolute steal on a clean, original one-owner C4 Corvette. Was $7,000 on the mark? You guys tell me, and I want to know, why do you think that black C4 was so much more expensive than this low mileage original one-owner C4? Is it the color? Maybe it's just the time that it ran through the auction. I'm curious to see what you guys think. $807 horsepower, 2JZ, Supra transmission, hydraulic handbrake. This car is fully set up with a cage to drift, like drift ready, ready to go. Upgraded brakes, upgraded suspension, torsion bars, everything. It's going through the Barrett Jackson auction. Now, if you saw my Skyline, you know this isn't really the market for Skyline buyers. Probably for a ready to drift race car either. Maybe it's in our price range. Let's go find out. We had the opening kickoff party. I met David, who actually knew who I was, so thank you for watching my show. The reason I'm here shooting a video is to find deals. Now, I was telling everybody there are deals to be found, but it's not every single car. Why are you here? What are you looking for? Are you buying anything? And if so, when and how?
So I haven't bought anything so far. I was close. I bet on a couple of them. And I was sure, like on a pickup truck, somebody outbid me for like $300. So I was really close on buying it.
So as we were talking before the camera was rolling, you mentioned something opposite of what I said. I said come here early. The deals are here before everyone else is here. Middle of the day, everyone's here, everyone's in the mood, everyone's bidding, so prices are getting a little bit higher.
Yeah.
You said the exact opposite of what I said. Get here early in the morning. Would you mind just repeating what you just told me?
No, so I got here earlier and I saw some stuff. So now it's the middle of the day. There's, like you said, a lot of people. So I'm waiting. I don't know. I'm gonna wait till maybe 4:30 or so, grab some lunch, and then hopefully half of the people has gone home.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can snack some good too at the end of the day, but you have to stay until 5:30, 6 p.m.
Great insight. So, like, if you think about, I'm sweating, I'm hot, I'm hungry. I'm thinking, like, I'm probably ready to leave now. I've seen all the cars and get out of here.
Yeah.
A lot of people think that same way, right? Yeah.
I'm waiting for you to get out of here.
A lot of people think the same way, and then they're gone, and the end of the day, as the lights are turning off, you get the last 10, 15 cars. Yeah. I get a lot of deals that way as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if we should be telling everybody this stuff. I don't want to give up all our secrets.
I almost bought a Mercedes-Benz SUV yesterday. They went for like 13 grand. It was a good buy. Like, I ended up not buying it, but it was at the end. It was the last 5 cars.
What your wife drives, right?
Huh?
It's what your wife drives, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Thanks again for the info.
All right, Craig.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for the video, too.
Take care.
I was pretty sure I knew what I was in for because yesterday I saw plenty of under $10,000 cars. Today, not so much. Everything is $30,000 plus, all the way up to we saw $185,000 Mercedes SLS. Lessons learned: come early, come late. Middle of the day is busy. That's the best time to get your numbers if you're trying to get the most amount of money. The first day is the best day if you're trying to get some deals. Not everybody is here. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, people here on vacation, they're here to spend, they're here to enjoy themselves for the day. Where you get your deals are the very beginning of the day and the very end of the day. We are leaving empty-handed, which I'm actually pretty happy with for once. Usually I leave regretting something with a little bit of buyer's remorse. Not so much today. If this video was helpful, educational, or informative, please tell me in the comments and let me know what you liked and what you didn't like, and a thumbs up is always appreciated. Subscribe to follow along with our adventures for Flying Wheels. My name is Craig from Flying Wheels. Thanks for watching. Adios.